I can't believe you're even considering this beastly idea. What's next? You're gonna pierce your whole face? You want to completely change who you are and look like some rebellious teenager? I'm seriously losing it over this. I don't care what everyone else says. This is just ridiculous, and I won't let it happen. I won't just sit here and watch you do something so stupid to yourself for no reason other than a dumb idea. Every time you come up with one of these things, I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Why can't you just leave things alone? Do not go through with this. If you really want to do it, then watch. Frickin' hell, that was a bit deranged. It's only a piercing. Am I overreacting, or is the message my boyfriend sent me a bit over the top? Wow. I was thinking about getting my tongue re-pierced, as I had it done when I was 14 to 16, and now I'm 18 and I want it done again. I was on a phone call with my boyfriend, who's 21, and at the end of the call, I told him I was going into the piercing place just to make sure I still had the right anatomy. This isn't the first time I told him I wanted it done again, and then once I hung up, he sent me that paragraph 20 minutes later. I find it a bit insane and over the top, and he's overreacting, but maybe actually I am, and he's right in a sense. I honestly don't know. I just want opinions on this. Well, let me tell you, that's absolutely insane. All of that for a tongue piercing. A beastly idea. Wow, the world's gone mad. So to answer your question, are you overreacting? Absolutely not. However, some other people that we're going to see the post from in the rest of this video just might be. Stay tuned. Drop a like on this one if you go on to enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting? I won't hire someone with 1488 tattoo. Oh, goodness me. For those of you that don't know, 1488 is a combination of numeric symbols, sort of famous within white supremacy groups. I'm building a house and I live in a very rural part of the South. I'm trying to hire contractors to do some work, and one of the workers with the company has a 1488 tattoo on his neck. I don't want to hire racists. I'm cancelling my contract with the company. I would do exactly the same thing. I don't care how good they are. If you're racist, I'm not giving you any money. Simple as that. Okay, a bit of a longer one now. Am I overreacting for threatening to take my sister to court after her toddler destroyed my $2,000 gaming setup because she said I should have baby-proofed my apartments? Hi Reddit. I am a 25-year-old woman and I'm honestly at my breaking point with this one. I need outside perspective because my entire family is acting like I'm Hitler for standing my ground. Not linked to the previous post, but a very funny coincidence. So, I am a student software developer and a pretty serious PC gamer in my free time. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment that I've spent years making cozy and functional. I saved up for a long time to build my dream PC setup. Triple monitors, custom mechanical keyboard, ergonomic chair, the works. Altogether, my rig is worth a bit over $2,000, and I take care of it like it's a dang child. Last weekend, my older sister, who is 30, asked if she could crash at my place for one night because her apartment was being fumigated and her husband was out of town. She has a 3-year-old son, Max, who's, let's say, spirited. I love him, but he's a little chaos goblin. I hesitated, but she swore she'd keep an eye on him and that it would just be for one night. They show up on Saturday afternoon, and immediately it's clear she wasn't kidding about Max being a handful. Within 10 minutes of arriving, he'd pulled 4 books off my shelf, thrown my houseplants on the floor, and spilled juice on my area rug. I tried to stay chill. He's 3. I get it. But I asked my sister politely to please keep him out of my office where my PC setup is. She rolls her eyes and goes, "He's just exploring. He's curious. It's normal." But she closes the office door anyway. Cut to Sunday morning. I wake up to screaming. Max had apparently woken up before his mum, managed to open the office door, and decided that my setup was his new jungle gym. He pulled down one of my monitors, cracking the screen. He stuck crackers into the PC tower's ventilation slots. I'm not kidding. Yanked out my keyboard's keycaps and had coloured on my chair with permanent marker. The cherry on top? He poured apple juice into the tower. Into it. Oh my goodness me, the damage. I mean, I'm sitting here on my setup and I'm thinking to myself, you know, if a kid did that here, I wouldn't be able to make videos for a while. That is the truth. That's awful. For those of you out there that, you know, might be gamers or have PC setups yourself, you know how bad this is. Ugh. When I tell you I went silent, I mean, dead silent. My sister comes in, sees the damage, and just says, "Oh no," in this incredibly flat tone, like someone knocked over a cup of coffee. I start freaking out, and she has the audacity to say, "You should have baby-proofed the room if it was that important to you." I lost it. I told her that 1, she knew he wasn't supposed to be in there. 2, this is my space, not a dang daycare. And 3, baby-proofing a $2,000 gaming setup is not a standard requirement for adults living alone. She told me to calm down and said that he's just a kid and stuff is replaceable. I told her, well, she could replace it then. She said she didn't have the money right now, but maybe in a few months she could give me a few hundred. I told her that was not acceptable and that she needed to take full responsibility. She left in a huff, and now my whole family is blowing up my phone. My mum says that I'm being materialistic and should understand that my nephew didn't mean it. My dad said I should have locked the door if it was that important. My brother actually said, "Well, why do you even need 3 monitors anyway? That's kind of overkill." Wait, so none of your immediate family understand this at all? This is the most obvious not your fault, you're not overreacting ever. Like, how is she not taking responsibility for what her kid's done? And yeah, maybe not everyone wants to have 3 monitors. Maybe you could have closed the door. I don't know, lock the door. Maybe you don't have a lock on the door, right? Maybe you like gaming. Maybe you've put loads of money into stuff that you like that you didn't think was going to be trashed because your sister didn't look after her kid properly. That's unbelievable. Anyway, OP continues. I filed a claim with my insurance, but there's no guarantee it'll be covered since it was technically guest damage. I also told her that if she doesn't pay up, I'll take her to court for what happened. Now, I'm getting texts from my sister demanding an apology for, quote, blaming her kid for being curious. I told her I'd drop it if she covered the cost of repairs and replacements, or at least met me halfway, and she blocked me. So, am I overreacting if I take my sister to court over this? Goodness me, you're even offering her the chance to only pay for half of the damage. That is, honestly, too kind. But I suppose in that way, you're saying, look, I get it. He's a 3-year-old. He didn't mean it. I don't think that's important at all, though. She has let her kid do that. That's on her. Are you overreacting? As I said, absolutely not. However, there's an update to come on this one. Wow, just wow. 4 hours later, I wake up from my nap to this. Thank you guys. It'll take a bit for me to read all of this. My sister still has not unblocked me, but her husband reached out to find out what happened. I'm sorry I don't have more to tell yet, but I'll update again when I do. Seriously, thank you for the insights, everyone. My head is a lot clearer now. There were thousands of comments left on this post. Update 2. Hey guys, my sister's husband reached out as mentioned earlier, and we're working out a solution if possible. He's been really understanding, as have all of you. Also, to clarify the office situation, my 1-bedroom apartment is on the smaller side, so the landlord converted an old ex-clothes cabinet into a makeshift office. It's weird, but the building is from the 40s, and I guess they had to get creative with the space with an old tenant or something. So it's the living room, my sister and her kid slept there, and the kitchen, I slept there, and the office. Thank you for all the support and the award. I really don't have the words for how nice people have been in both DMs and the comments. Now, from my point of view here, you are well within your rights to sue because you need this money, right? Like, it's not on you. It's not your fault that this damage has happened, and it is actually someone else's fault. You know, it's a shame that it's your sister, but if she's not going to even meet you halfway, and as I said, that's a really kind thing of you to offer, then yeah, sue her. The rest of your family, ridiculous. Like, just because they're not interested in the things that you're interested in doesn't take away from the fact that you are owed that money. Say your dad, OP, had a really nice classic car and your brother trashed it. Maybe you don't care about classic cars, so you could just say to him, well, why do you need a classic car? Just get a little, like, rubbish second-hand car. It does the same job. You can drive around. It's not about that. It's about the fact that something was damaged, which is your property, and you are owed the money. So sue, I say. Am I overreacting, or is this insane 3 days in? I, a 24-year-old woman, blocked a guy who was 32 I went on 3 dates with after he kept showing signs of concerning behavior. I got emails from him after I blocked him through text. The screenshots are from his latest email. Things that he did that were a bit concerning to me. 1. Suggesting I move closer to him, which costs $700 more per month. 2. Suggesting that I quit my job when I just started my career because I work 60 plus hours a week and can only go on dates once a week. 3. Wanting to tag along my family vacation to China. He brought this up multiple times despite me refusing. 4. Arriving more than an hour early on our dates and being upset that I am not reciprocating by also arriving early. I always arrive on time, sometimes 5 to 10 minutes early. 5. Upset over my hanging out with my friends one time on a Friday night. And 6. Blowing up at me for not responding for 1.5 days after my purse was stolen and typing paragraphs about how I ghosted him, how he never liked our dates, and how he felt relieved. Okay, before I even get into the emails, I think we know the answer, but nonetheless, this is probably going to make me laugh, so that's why I'm definitely reading them. Read my side of the story. Here we go. You're making arguments for me that I didn't make. I mentioned these suggestions to prove to you that I want to spend time with you. I did not say that I expect you to carry out these suggestions because some of them you will probably need a lot of time in order to make a decision. But since you mentioned them, I will clarify my position on them. In rough order of expectations, most reasonable to least reasonable. Number 1, make an effort to spend more time together on a short date. This is reasonable. Probably don't have to say this because this should come naturally if you like someone. Remember, they've been on 3 dates. Number 2, I push for you to spend more time with me outside of Saturday. I think this is fair for both sides. 1 day is really not quite enough, so I'm going to push for more. You're busy, so you push back. This is harder to resolve because I think both of us have a point here. As for friends, I think your argument is fair if you have ample time for your relationship. But if you only have 1 day a week for your partner, then maybe it's better to spend 2 days with the partner than splitting 1 to 1 days between partner and friends. The difference between 1 versus 2 days can be huge. And you're basically saying that you prefer a low quality relationship so that you can have friends over a relationship that might actually work. You can't have it both ways. You can't fault me for advocating for myself here. That is a great point, guys. You can't be in a relationship and still maintain friendships outside of that relationship. It's just never going to work. How is that ever going to work? It makes me upset. People don't understand that. 3, trip to China. I'm not demanding much of your time. Only any free time as needed. You can be with your family most of the time. You can be with your family. That's nice, isn't it? That he's letting you be with your family. I'd hide in a hotel nearby if you'd like, if you don't want them to see me. I'm okay if you don't cater to me. I will cater to you on your China trip. You'll be having your family trip with me on summon. I'm not kidnapping you from your family. What are you saying? Most of the time, you'll be with your family. I'll just be hiding away in the background, waiting for you to message me, then I'll be there in 2 seconds. Pretty normal. You can spend all sleeping hours and probably most waking hours with your family / relative as well. What a weird thing to say. Married couples don't always stay together on trips. Yeah, that's because the other person has something to do or doesn't want to go. When the husband is insistent that the wife cannot go with him on a long trip, won't you say that it might be a bit of a red flag? There has to be a very legitimate reason. Okay, how about it's a family trip and I've been on 3 dates with you? Seems pretty legitimate. How am I trying to be manipulative when I'm okay with being a low maintenance traveling partner here? I don't understand it. I don't want to fight you on this. If you still don't want me to go, then I won't go. See, look, he's a nice guy. Actually, he's probably an r/nice guy, being completely realistic. Sorry, how long is this? There are still like, oh my God, how many points are there? 4, suggest you to move close in or closer to me. I already said I'm happy even if you move to the BCG apartment. I wasn't pushy at all on this. Secretly, I really want to push for you to move in with me though. I thought it's a win-win. Yeah, after 3 dates, bro. 5, suggest you quit your job. I ask only after you said you're really stressed out from it. I felt that it was one of the better conversations we had, and I respect your decision on this. 6, come super early to date. I never actually suggested this to you, but this is evidence that I want to see you. The fact that you're there isn't enough evidence that you want to see them. You have to be there ridiculously, almost pathetically early. Makes sense. This is something small but very unreasonable. Look, I always tell you that you can come whenever. Take your time. I'm early. I just want to check the nearby place out. I don't think I've ever rushed you in text. Even the time when you're late to Galleria, I said it was no issue. I never suggested this to you. Regarding you not responding because you lost your wallet, I'm okay with your explanation. But is it also reasonable for me to assume that something went wrong since something did in fact go wrong? I went with the wrong conclusion due to feeling overwhelmed. Are you okay, right? Regarding snacks and gifts, am I supposed to be impressed by your snacks when we've sampled some of the finest dining that Houston has to offer? I really appreciated the little ghost though. I really like the little ghost. Regarding asking you to be my girlfriend, I want to do it before the moment is ruined by something else. I want to wait till a special moment to ask you out, but without props, I don't think I can pull it off. I am not a smooth operator. Sorry, this guy needs props to ask you out. What do you mean by props? Like spinning plates or something? Respect. I want to see that. I'll just ask you out next time bluntly if you ever give me a chance. I can ask you now on email if you don't mind. Yeah, that'd be good. Holding hands. My hands are a bit shaky and I'm embarrassed to hold your hands because I think you would notice. This guy's 32, by the way. Hug? Yeah, I really like it. I don't want to give up. Will you unblock me? How about no, you weird cat. And now for our final post of this episode. Am I overreacting? I am a 34-year-old man, and my girlfriend, who is 36, left me over the chicken jockey scene in Minecraft. Hey everyone. So I'm laying here heartbroken, all because of the movie last night. I really wanted to surprise my girlfriend, so I took us out to the Minecraft movie. I bought 3 large popcorns for myself, and I got her one. She was confused why we needed so much popcorn, and I told her it was a surprise. Then, when Jack Black said the words chicken jockey, I did throw all the bags everywhere, but not out of hatred, just to be a part of the Minecraft fandom. My girlfriend completely freaked out on me, even though others also celebrated the chicken jockey scene, and I thought we were just having fun. I've tried saying sorry, but now our 5-year relationship seems to have ended all because of one bad move. Why would she do this to me? Obviously, it was a small prank and they have lots of staff who can clean up popcorn. I was having an absolute blast, waiting in anticipation with all my popcorn until the scene showed up. I thought she was going to think it was so funny too. Sigh. So like, what do I do? Now guys, I'm going to be honest, I don't actually know about this trend. I don't know how I've missed this, but somebody is saying in the comments down below, this is the dumbest new trend yet. Wasting good food and making cinema employees have to clean up your mess for no reason. I mean, yeah, without really knowing what the trend is, I would say that chucking popcorn everywhere and then saying, oh, it's all right, there are lots of people employed to clean it up, that's their job, is pretty disgusting. So yeah, I would probably leave someone if they did something like that and were like, well, someone else can clean it up. That's a terrible attitude. Now, you have been with her for 5 years, which is a long time, and I'd probably say that after 5 years, is this enough to dump somebody? Probably not. But then again, like, it shows such a poor attitude to life and other people in general. And it's also just not that funny. I mean, let me look up what this is. Okay, so it's just people, from what I can see, sort of just like having a bit of fun with it, shouting along with the movie, you know, iconic moments. Obviously, everyone that's played Minecraft knows about a chicken jockey being an extremely rare mob spawn. But can you not just shout it and not chuck popcorn everywhere? That seems dumb, because when you're affecting other people, then, you know, that's not worth it. So to be honest, this actually might be the first post I've ever seen where someone actually may be overreacting because your girlfriend was well within her rights to leave you for being an obtuse clown. So there we go. Someone that actually was overreacting. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this one. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you haven't seen another of my Am I Overreacting videos, then choose this one. It's on screen right now. Click it. It's the most recent one, apart from this one, of course. If you haven't seen it, go there if you want more Am I Overreacting content right away. There'll be another episode uploaded next week on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed as well with notifications on so you don't miss that, and I will see you then.